That is the perils of working with alpha software. We occasionally find a small bug like that. We had happened to have the wrong declaration type in a function call. But we took care of that real quick. And getting right back to the example, we went ahead and ran it and saw that it worked perfectly fine. So let's recap. We wanted to show a transformation matrix in action, and we're also using the geometry class to parse an OBJ file, which is a 3D object format, very old and well accepted format. So let's see what we did. We created a dog waffle object like we normally do. We saved and undo like we normally do. We created a matrix object, dim m as new VB matrix. We created a basis matrix. That's just basically uh, a matrix where the coordinate system is pointing, one pointing left, one pointing up, and one pointing inwards. Um, and then we concatenated a rotation matrix to it. Just gave it a point one in the z-axis, which is a value in radians. We created a new geometry object. G as new VB geometry. We call g.load object. We gave it a fully qualified path. We created a vertex, a variable to hold our vertices. This is a variant. We passed v. We made v equal g dot get vertices. This gets a copy of the vertices in a variant. That variant will now contain an array that's formatted something like array, say 99 comma 2. And as we said many times before, the values used in an array in VB are the upper bound, not the actual count. So it would actually be 100 comma 3 as far as count goes. Then we called m, that's the matrix, m dot apply to xyz buffer. That applies that matrix to all the points that I'm about to pass it. We pass it the vector array, a copy of that, or we pass the actual that by reference actually. So will actually V will actually now have the transformed values uh, of this matrix, and this um, rather the vertices that we retrieved from this obj file will now be transformed by this matrix that we created. And we also pass g dot vertex count, or the geometry object dot vertex count. And then we did all this stuff to draw it. We did dim D as new VB drawing. We gave it all the stuff we've been doing up to this point with the drawing object, like creating a fill and use stroke, use false, and translating and all this stuff. Okay. Um, let's see. And we also went through a loop of all the count. The count equals C equals G dot vertex count. That's the number of vertices in the object. We went from 0 to let's see, to count -1. And then we drew them. We drew an ellipse where there's where each vertex is. And this explains again that how that vertex is formatted in memory. V is the array, N is the first element, 0 is the second element, and that's the X, and the Y is Vn comma 1. And if we had a Z element, it would be Vn comma 2. All right, so I hope that's clear. Then we just need end draw and dog refresh to refresh the screen. As you can see, it worked exactly how we expected. It rotated it by a small amount on the z-axis. And that is not a drawing thing that we did. Rather, that is applying a matrix directly to the actual points in the object. So hope that's been helpful. I know it was very verbose and very convoluted, but that's really a small amount of code to actually do what we just did there. Just goes to show how our Howler's new API is able to do some more very useful things than it previously did. And thanks for watching. And I know I go on and on, but talk to you later.